In Atlanta Season 4 Episode 7, Van discovers that Earn purchased a tent that is far too large for the three of them to sleep in on a cold night, as Earn and Van are setting up the campsite where the two of them and Lottie will celebrate Lottie's birthday. Van is right that having such a large tent creates a body heat issue, and the two improperly put the tent together. However, Snipe Hunt chooses a quieter, more melancholy tone after a run of very loud and funny Atlanta episodes. Even though Earn makes a mistake with the tent, he still manages to complete the camping trip's major objective. Van is persuaded to move to Los Angeles by him, not as a friend and co-parent, but rather as the life partner he has at last realized he wants her to be. Van correctly rejects Earn's attempt to cross what appears to be a deep section of the water, but despite their differences, they behave as a family. We see here that Earn is very affectionate with his daughter, quick with a dad joke, and otherwise doing well with the job when he's around. In the past, the show has been ambiguous about exactly how present Earn has been in his daughter's life. We are also reminded that Earn and Van come from different backgrounds and have different perspectives on the world, as we saw in the German festival from Helen in Season 2. She spent some time in Girl Scouts and thinks it's a fitting rite of passage to take Lottie on a nighttime snipe hunt, which Earn finds strange and unsettling. Despite the fact that the animal eventually crawls away without doing any damage, the joke backfires when Lottie really captures anything. It's difficult to tell in the dark, and with this show, it could be almost anything. It could be a snake or a mythical creature. However, the bulk of the action takes place in that enormous uneven tent. Van has been wary of Earn all day because he thinks he's trying to get her to travel with him across the nation by putting on a huge show of parenthood. She claims that he wanted them with them so he wouldn't feel lonely in a new city as he prods her about it while Lottie sleeps next to them. The discourse takes a big shift at this point, as does Donald Glover's portrayal of this character. Earn has been a reserved, silent figure for virtually the whole series. When he does express emotion at all, it usually is irritation against people like Tracy or Darius. Even when the program sent him to treatment earlier this season, the manner he opened himself to his therapist was straightforward but understated. He does not enjoy making himself known to the public. Van is not the world, though. She is his child's mother. She is also the woman he loves, the one with whom he has repeatedly messed up, and the one with whom he wants to make things right before it's too late. This is more significant right now. Earn is putting himself out there in this way, and Glover does a great job for himself when he adopts a begging, amorous persona. By the time Earn finishes his moving statement about how Van makes him feel, both of them are sobbing, and it's understandable. It is a beautiful, beautiful moment that the show has thoughtfully worked up to over the course of these 4 seasons. This particular group of episodes hasn't all been about wrapping up different storylines, but this topic was too essential to develop between episodes as so much of Al's career does. Lottie has been unhappy for the majority of the journey. She occasionally chuckles along with Earn's jokes and becomes animated thinking about the snipe hunt. But ultimately, neither parent has been able to shake her out of her funk. She even stops them from trying to sing a birthday song in a funny but no-nonsense way. Her mood changes when the group departs the campsite after abandoning the foolish tent as a thunderstorm approaches. Now that they are a family, they are real in a way they have never really been before. They are back in the car with Sade playing on the radio. Kids are smart when it comes to what their parents are going through, and as the notes of love is stranger than pride fill the car, we see a smile slowly erupt across Lottie's face, even though Van and Earn haven't said it to her yet. At the conclusion of Season 2, Lottie's guidance counselor advised Earn that, if he couldn't afford to enroll his daughter in a private school, the best thing for the child would be for her parents to stay together. Earn is wealthy at the moment. The finest outcome for all of them will come about because he finally got his act together and figured out how to implement the counselor's suggestion.